I'm gonna make him an offer again.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns and all the world.
Handle the truth. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the
Frankly,
war.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
This is where the fun begins.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Multiplex Movie Melee. Got ourselves a singles match. We got ourselves a debut match of sorts. We got JD Domash going up against Mike Schettig. I believe that's the way it was. I do this all the time. Where if I don't know how to say somebody's last name, I'll ask them, and then I go put to live, and then like, ah, shit, what did he tell me? Like it's a whole mess. Anyway, I haven't seen JD in a while. He debuted against Dylan. We haven't brought him back, but we finally brought him back here. He's going up against Mike, who is debuting here in singles. Uh, yeah, I got to be honest, don't really know much about either of these guys. It's going to be a treat for me to see how they do here and see what kind of competitors they are. Let's go ahead and get started and bring in our first competitor, JD Domash. How you doing, JD?
It's going all right. How about you?
Not bad. How do you feel about the match?
As I said, it's been so long. I didn't remember I had that match. Hey, it feels like a new match. It feels like a debut to me. I'm looking forward to see how I'm gonna do. That's kind of how I'm dealing with it right now. Hope for the best, you know, and see where the cookie crumbles.
Alrighty then. Bring in your opponent for today, who is, in fact, debuting, like I said, Miss Mike Schettig. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm all right. You got the last name right. I'll let you know.
Oh, well, anything else before we get started in the match, or are you like you got to go?
Oh, let me get one good shot with my No Country for Old Men shirt.
Okay.
Solid.
All right. Yeah. Well, why not? Let's just go ahead and get started here. Let's go. Yeah. So, going to go and get started. Round number one. It's going to work like this. Going to get 8 questions in 8 general movie categories. You have 15 seconds to write your answer down on your whiteboard. At the end of that time, we'll ask that you show and verbalize your answer. And you get a point for each correct answer, and any one of you gets all 8 correct. You will receive a bonus question, also worth a point. You also get 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match. Anything else before we get started?
No.
All right, great. Go ahead and get started with your first question, which will come in the category of drama. The Green Mile is largely set at what kind of location? You know, I was sitting here thinking, what do I gotta do? Hey, JD, can you raise your hands for me?
Sorry, sorry.
All right. Not sure. Oh, well, time matters over. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to JD.
I said death row prison.
Okay, Mike.
I said prison death row. Am I mirrored right now?
No, I can see it.
I can see it. Yeah, I'm just gonna accept both. Death row. They're on death row, so like I'm gonna just accept both. So yeah, both are correct. Have it tied up 1-1, which go into your next question, which would come in the category of directors. Name 2 movies directed by Steven Spielberg released in the 1980s that were not a part of a franchise. Yeah, I was sitting here, I was like, what else is there for me to do? And like, oh yeah, I could set up my board so I can keep score because I'm not gonna do this, in my head. Is what it is. Yeah, it seems like about enough. Go 5, 4, 3, 2,
Can I get a
1.
repeat?
You sure can, Mike. That is your first repeat. Your question again. Name 2 movies directed by Steven Spielberg, released in the 1980s that were not part of a franchise. Great, I gotta do this again. You raise your hands up a little bit, JD.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just writing stuff down. Sorry.
Yeah. Gotta do this whole thing again. Bring up do the I don't even know what I'm talking about. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mike.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind and E.T.
Okay. Okay, and give me JD.
This was a total guess. I said Empire of the Sun in 1941.
Both are incorrect. We accepted E.T., The Color Purple, Empire of the Sun, always. 41, and I had to believe and Close Encounters came out in the 70s. There's that. Hey, JD, can you just tilt your camera down
Yeah,
so you,
I'm not intent. By just to be clear, I'm not intentionally doing anything. I'm just writing stuff down. I know.
I get it. It's just
I've gotten
just
in trouble before for it
it's just,
before. I'm aware.
it's just so that you're better in frame. That's it.
Yeah, is that better?
Yeah. All right, I go into your next question. The category of romance. Who directed 2015's Cinderella? Yeah. Good old Cinderella. Movie was okay, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see it in theaters. I think
I
it's like
didn't know. I didn't know that a Cinderella movie came out in 2015.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to JD.
I can tell you that Lucy James is in it, but I can't tell you the director.
Got it. Mike.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Kenneth Branagh was the correct answer. Kenneth Branagh.
That's right. That's right. He directed it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. Next question. I come in the category of the 1980s. What is the profession of William Hurt's character in Children of a Lesser
Can you
God?
hold on a second? I think there's an issue. Just give me 1 second.
I mean, I just read the question, man. You got 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
I just finished the question. You got to give me something. You got to write it.
Repeat
Both
the
hands on screen,
question.
too.
Give me repeat the question.
Okay. Your hands got to be on screen, JD. Okay. Your question again. What is the profession of William Hurt's character in Children of a Lesser God? Okay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mike, what do you got?
Just said minister because the word God was in the title.
All right, JD.
Teacher.
Teacher is correct. All right, next question. Category of horror. Abraham Lincoln hunts what kind of creatures in a 2012 horror film? Yeah, this movie is okay. No.
It's okay.
Theater.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Solid okay.
5, 4,
The book was amazing.
2, 1. Pens down. Yeah, I'm all jumbled up. Let's go to JD.
Vampires.
Okay. Mike.
Yeah, vampires.
Yeah, vampires is correct. So go into your next question. It comes in the category of comedy. Who stars as the suicidal family member Frank Ginsburg in Little Miss Sunshine? Yeah. Yeah. God, I'm just 0 and just don't have 0. Oh, outside my mind, I don't know what to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mike.
This is Steve Carell.
All right, JD.
I think you're right. I went Paul Dano, but I think you're right. Paul Dano was the mute. It was Steve Carell.
Steve Carell is the correct answer. Tied up 3-3, going into your penultimate question in the round. It's coming in the category of classics. Buster Keaton plays a Confederate soldier in which classic film?
Can I get a repeat?
Okay, the JD, that is your second repeat. Your question again. Buster Keaton plays a Confederate soldier in which classic film?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know shit about classics. I just pray it doesn't happen, that often. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to JD.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, Mike.
I have a wrong answer. I said Gone with the Wind, but I know that's not it.
Right. The General is what we have. The General was the correct answer.
I've never watched any Buster Keaton. I've never watched any Buster Keaton. It's a weak spot one from my classics point.
Right, we're going to your last question in the We're going to the last question in round number 1, which comes in the category of musicals. In the Rocky Horror Picture Show, what happened to the car that caused Brad and Janet to go to Dr. Frankenfurter's house? Yeah. Look at this movie. Musical. Yeah. Probably means it's maybe shitty or something. I don't know. I don't really like musicals either. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go to Mike.
Yeah, I don't think that's right, but it's a guess. Ran out of gas.
Ran out of gas. All right. What do you got, JD?
Flat tire.
Flat tire is correct. All right. The end of round number 1. I got JD here at 4, Mike at 3. Going into the wheel round, in which both competitors get a chance to spin our wheel. They like what they land on the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can elect to spin again. But they must keep what they land on the second time. You're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece, whatever category you land on, or you can check down to multiple choice for 1 point apiece. There is stealing, so please, both of you, watch your asses here. Categories.
We don't need this anymore, right? The
Whiteboard, no, you're good. Unless you're keeping score. The categories you can spin on today are directed by Joel Cohen and MCU, which are our strength categories, as well as directors, recent releases, mystery thriller, music, scores and soundtracks, actors and actresses, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. We'll start with who is ahead, or go to whoever's ahead, which is JD. Would you like to spin first or defer?
I will defer.
Okay, Mike, this will be your first spin.
Okay.
And you land on spinner's choice. So it's your
best one
here.
Yeah, I'll take the directed by Joel Cohen.
Directed by Joel Cohen, absolutely. I will give you your questions, obviously, because I'm the only one here. Directed by Joel Cohen. So, here's your first question. Who plays Marge's husband, Norm, in Fargo? And just to remind you, you do have multiple choice.
I'm going to go to multiple choice. I think I'll know when you hear the name.
Multiple choice options are A, John Carroll Lynch, B, Nick Offerman, C, Stephen Root, or D, Richard Jenkins.
I think it's A.
A, John Carroll Lynch is correct for 1 point. Go to your next question. What kind of location is Ray at when he's shot in Blood Simple?
Multiple choice.
Choice options are A bar, B, a club, C, a motel, or D, a gas station?
I'll go C, motel.
C, motel is correct for 1 point. Working your way through. All right, your next question. What does one of the intruders do to the dude's rug that makes him want to? I'm sorry, what does one of the intruders do to the dude's rug that makes him want the other Lebowski to compensate for it?
He pisses on the rug.
That is correct for 2 points. Pisses on the rug, what we were looking for. All right, your penultimate question in the category. Which Joel Coen film features a supporting cast that includes Scarlett Johansson, Richard Jenkins, and Tony Shalhoub?
I don't remember Tony Shalhoub in that movie, but
Okay.
is it the man who wasn't there?
That is correct for 2 points. All right, and here's your final question in the category. What is the name of hair gel that Ulysses Everett McGill uses in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, good lord. I'm gonna need multiple choice on that one.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Fop, B, Dapper Dan, C, Odyssey, or D, Slick Ricks?
Pretty sure it's Dapper Dan.
That is correct for 1 point. We're going through the category as getting your score up to 10. JD still at 4. We'll bring back up the wheel, and this will be JD's first spin. And you land on recent releases. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'm actually think I'm going to keep it for risk of getting something I don't want. I really don't want.
Well, in that case, we'll stick with recent releases then. And all right, here you go. First question. How did Kendall Carter die in Juror Number 2?
She was run over by a car.
That is correct for 2 points. Okay. Your next question. Who directed The Fall Guy?
David Leitch.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your next question. What recent release features a book called The Grimoire?
Wicked or Wicked Part 1. I don't know which title you have.
Wicked is what we have here. That is correct for 2 points. Okay. And your penultimate question. Who plays George's mother, Rita, in the 2024 movie Blitz?
Saoirse Ronan.
That is correct for 2 points. Okay. And your final question. Recent releases. At the beginning of Despicable Me 4, Gru and Maxime first meet up at what specific type of location? Or what specific type of event? Excuse me. Specific type of event.
No, that's the most recent one. It was a school reunion.
That is correct for 2 points. A clean sweep of the category. You get a JD score up to 14. Mike, have your score up to 10. It brings us into round number 3, which is our Pick Your Poison round, in which both our competitors have drafted from our list of general categories before the match. They will now draft from those categories again to see what they will answer here in round number 3. Get as many as 4 questions that are worth 1, 2, 3, 4 points apiece. Once a category is selected, it cannot be answered or selected by their opponent. The categories that can be selected today are Oscars, biopics, 2010s, recent releases, classics, comic book movies, sports, and animation. We're going to have our competitors pick their categories and hopefully come back to finish this one out. All right, we're back. Competitors have selected their categories. And so what we're going to do, we are going to go until we are out of questions or one player is mathematically eliminated. We will start with the player that is behind, which today that is Mike. So Mike, what category would you like for your 1 point question?
Biopics.
Got it. All right. Here's your 1 pointer in the category of biopics. Who plays James Whitey Bulger in Black Mass?
Ah, shit! I actually knew this one. It's oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. Repeat.
All right, you got it. As your second repeat your question again. Who plays James Whitey Bulger in Black Mass?
I can see his face.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Need an
Depp.
answer.
It's Depp.
Yeah, first name.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Okay. Johnny Depp is correct for 1 point. All right. All right. Yeah, you're still behind at 11. So what would you like to take for your 2 point question?
I'll do classics for sure. 2 points.
All right. Classics for 2. Here is your 2 pointer category classics. Who has appeared in Rear Window, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and It's a Wonderful Life?
It's Jimmy Stewart.
Good old Jimmy Stewart is correct for 2 points. Gets your score up to 13. You're still behind. So what would you like for your 3 point question?
Okay, I'll do Oscars for 3.
You got it. All right. To take the lead, here's your 3 pointer in Oscars. What is the only film released in the 1970s to win Best Director without also winning Best Picture?
Apocalypse Now?
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Cabaret. Cabaret. So, brings us to the last question you have available, which is your 4 pointer in the category of sports. So, what's going to happen if you hit it? We'll go back over to JD to answer some questions. If not, JD does win the match. And a reminder, you do have 1 more repeat. So here's your 4 point question in the category of sports. In what sports film does Robert De Niro play a catcher?
Hero was in a sports movie?
5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. Right, Mike, that is your last repeat. Your question again. In what sports film does Robert De Niro play a catcher?
It had to be from like the 70s or 80s when he was young enough. Um,
5, 4.
Damn
3,
Yankees?
2. And your winner,
Yeah.
JD Domash. The correct answer was Bang the Drum Slowly. Bang
Never
the
heard
Drum
of
Slowly.
Well played, Mike. Well played.
I just drafted the wrong, or I picked the wrong numbers.
I'll put you guys backstage for just a moment. Yeah, it was a solid match. You know, both players kind of had their stumbles here in round 1. JD had a slight lead, and yeah, the wheel round just kind of told the tale here today. JD just did a bit better, even though yeah, I don't think either of them missed a question in round two, but JD was able to just hit some questions without going to multiple choice, gave him the edge, and yeah, yeah, just sometimes getting the right stuff in round three, like it's just kind of sometimes you just kind of have to feel it out, and the only way to do that sometimes is to kind of mess some stuff up, and unfortunately that was uh what happened today with Mike. Yeah, I think he still looked pretty good either way. Gonna go ahead and bring him in here, talking for post match. So yeah, Mike. Think all things considered, still did pretty good. Some people, get their strength in round two, die in the round that wasn't you. I think probably the only thing you probably wish is maybe picking different categories in round three. But otherwise, how do you feel you did?
Yeah, I wish I'd picked my 1 and 2. If my 1 and 2 were my 3 and 4, I would have had a 3-point lead and at least had a shot. But yeah, that's so I kind of lucked into that actually because I did not want biopics at all. So I got lucky. Even in defeat, I got kind of lucky.
Oh, yeah, I think you still did pretty good here. I'd say, yeah, we'll bring it back at some point. I don't know if watch a ton of our stuff. I don't know if there's anybody who in the league you'd want to play at some point, or is anybody you kind of have your eye on?
I mean, Adelaide got me here, so they crushed me. But
I will say you have to get in line, as they say. But we'll see you down the road. Good to see you here in your debut. And we'll bring in your winner today, which is JD Domash. JD, yeah, you're able to get all this, able to sweep recent releases. Didn't have to answer a question in round three. It's always a good thing. So yeah, how do you feel you did today?
I feel like I did pretty well. I think there were some, as you said, some stumbles in round one, but I think by round two I was getting my groove. But he was still, I can't wait to see how Mike continues on in this league because like he had me nervous there for a bit in round three that I was going to have to answer some questions. So, it's very fortunate. It's the luck of the draw. Sometimes I've been on the wrong side of that a lot. So, I just feel fortunate.
Oh yeah, this brings you to even 500, 1-1. Any thoughts you want to face when we bring it back?
Uh, no, I just want to get more experience, get more exposure. I'm open to anyone.
You got it. Solid answer. Well, congratulations again. We'll put you backstage, and yeah, that'll do it for us here today. Multiplex Movie Melee. Good singles match. Thank you to everybody here for showing up. Thank you, JD. Thank you for your first time out in here, Mike. And thank you to everybody who helps put this show on. The writers, editors. Hell, I showed up to host this goddamn thing. And thank you to the viewers for watching this. Because again, I don't know what the hell we're doing. You're not watching. So, please, love of God, all of you, just be well.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
In case I don't see you.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.